Okay, guys, welcome back to day 2. It is Tuesday. Jack and I are starting off in the shop, and our goal of working each day and recording a video has hit technical difficulties as we lost all audio today. So I'm going to watch this video along with you guys and kind of tell you what's going on. But we are explaining that Jack and I are going to go back to the rental house and touch up some paint on the railing we installed yesterday and install a new electric fireplace. So here we're standing in front of where the fireplace is going to be installed. It's showing off our mantle that Jack and I actually made in a prior video using an oak beam and filling the voids with black epoxy, and it turned out really good. But before we get to the fireplace, Jack and I are talking about we are going to go upstairs and touch up the metal railing that we built. And while we're doing that, Jack is vacuuming up the dust from the lag bolts we used to hold the railing down. And now I'm having him hold some cardboard up while I touch up paint on the underside of the railing. So this has all been primed and painted, and as we were going to install it, as you walk up the stairs, there were some places where you could see some of the gray primer on the other underside. So Jack's just helping me hold the cardboard so we don't get paint on our walls or our brand new refinished hardwood floors that turned out really good. So we're just going slowly and hitting up that paint and trying not to make a mess. And this kind of goes on for a few minutes. So bear with us here. Yeah, not sure what happened on the audio. I have been using an external mic set that just plugs into the bottom of your phone and had the blue lights going, but apparently it was not doing what it's intended to do. The mics are actually really pretty good. They're able to pick up just normal talking from like 50 feet away, which is pretty cool when they work. But as you can see with my rambling here, they are not working right now. So Jack's being a trooper. It's kind of hot up here, and you know, paint fumes aren't the greatest. So we've got window open, and yeah, we're gonna head back downstairs and let that room air out, and hopefully get back to the stove here. So here we're unboxing the fireplace insert, and a couple things to say about it. Luckily, I designed the whole opening based on the specifications on the website. Got it from Home Depot, but the installation instructions were essentially non-existent. It really doesn't offer anything as far as how it's supposed to be attached to the opening. There's no screw holes. You can't take the face frame off or anything like that. The trim kit is held together with 4 screws and attached to the fireplace itself with with magnets. So luckily I made my opening tight, and so this kind of just fits in there. It plugs in, and gravity essentially held it in place, but that wasn't enough. So decided to go ahead and silicone it as well. So you'll see I'll run a couple beads of silicone around the frame as well as the trim kit itself. So once that silicone sets up, I mean, it will be theoretically removable, but it's not like it's going to be loose or fall out. So that was what we came up with as far as that install goes. It looks great. It works just fine. Just a little frustrating installation. Okay, so Jack and I are going over the whole process, talking about what we're going to do tomorrow as well. It was kind of a pain in the butt today, but tomorrow we're going to go do a handrail. So hopefully you guys stick around, and hopefully our audio will be back and running. But thanks for watching, guys, and look forward to seeing you on the next one.